This video aims to clarify the role of nutrition within the scope of occupational therapy practice and investigate whether occupational therapy practitioners who provide nutritional interventions are adequately equipped with the necessary knowledge and skills through their professional education and training. Throughout this video, the narrator will refer to occupational therapy practitioners as OTPs. In this presentation, we will define the concept of nutrition, examine its integration within the OT scope of practice, and discuss how OTPs are presently incorporating nutritional principles into their treatment approaches. We will also explore the resources that OTPs report to utilize to develop their nutritional expertise. Furthermore, we will highlight how important it is for healthcare professionals, including OTPs, to recognize the significance of nutrition in client care and take action to integrate it into their practice. First, we will ask ourselves, what do we mean by nutrition? As defined by the Nutrition and Diet Therapy Reference Dictionary, the definition used by the credentialing agency for the Academy of Nutrition and Dietetics, nutrition is science of food, the nutrients, and other substances therein, their action, interaction, and balance in relation to health and disease, and the process by which the organism ingests, absorbs, transports, utilizes, and excretes food substances. For OTPs, the key aspect of this definition lies in the connection between food and nutrients and their impact on both promoting health and preventing disease, as well as managing and mitigating disease processes. Given this definition and now common understanding of what we mean by nutrition, we need to ask ourselves, but does nutrition actually fall under the OT scope of practice? The answer is yes. Our practice framework, which is meant to outline our core concepts and guide our practice when assessing, planning, and implementing interventions for clients, defines occupational therapy in this way. Within this definition are common words found in the definition of nutrition, including services for the habilitation, rehabilitation, and promotion of health and wellness, services for those who have or at risk for developing an illness, injury, disease, disorder, condition, impairment, etc. Therefore, when considering the definition of nutrition and the definition of occupational therapy, it is clear that key terms in the definition of nutrition are also fundamental to occupational therapy, underscoring the significant impact of food and nutrients on the health and well-being of individuals, communities, and populations. The concept of healthy nutrition is constantly evolving as our understanding of the relationship between nutrients, food, and health outcomes advances. Mounting evidence-based highlights the significant link between nutrient intake and improved health outcomes, as well as disease prevention. Nutrition plays a vital role in managing both acute and chronic diseases and is a fundamental aspect of promoting overall health and wellness. As healthcare professionals focused on achieving optimal health, wellness, and disease management outcomes, OTPs can enhance client care by emphasizing the importance of nutrition and incorporating it into their treatment plans. According to the Occupational Therapy Practice Framework, or OTPF4, OTPs are strategically positioned within the healthcare team to address nutritional concerns and support client outcomes, making them a valuable asset in promoting holistic care. Where is nutrition situated in the OTPF4, the document of our core concepts and guiding principles? Nutrition appears under 2 of our 9 core occupations, health management and IADLs. Within those occupations, nutrition appears within subcategories. Let's break them down. Health management includes activities related to developing, managing, and maintaining health and wellness routines. Nutrition management is in fact one of the 7 subcategories of this occupation. The definition is implementing and adhering to nutrition and hydration recommendations from the medical team, preparing meals to support health goals, participating in health-promoting diet routines. Our role in nutrition is explicitly outlined here in this subcategory. It is worth stating that OTPs are not qualified to give advice on specific dietary needs, but practitioners can educate clients about the benefits of eating nutritious foods for health and condition management, which falls under the subcategory of symptom and condition management. The OTPF4 clearly states that nutrition is a component of the occupation of health management. Furthermore, nutrition is also an essential component of instrumental activities of daily living, particularly in the areas of shopping and meal preparation and cleanup. In order to effectively manage their health through nutrition, individuals must be able to access and obtain healthy foods, which involves tasks such as creating grocery lists, selecting nutrient-dense foods at the store, and making informed decisions about the foods that will support their overall health and wellness. After obtaining food, clients must also plan and prepare nutritious meals that cater to their specific health requirements, a process that is directly within the realm of occupational therapy's scope of practice. We have outlined how nutrition falls under the OT core concepts and guiding principles for assessing, planning, and implementing interventions to promote health and wellness. The next question is, are any OTPs addressing nutrition in their practice today? The answer is yes. Within stroke rehabilitation, Bailey et al. Showed that OTPs are capable and well suited to educate and train their clients on nutrition behaviors to promote health management after a CVA. Within pediatric therapy, Cahill and Suarez-Balcazar outlined how an OTP can promote nutrition and fitness within underserved communities and urban areas. Finally, Schmelzer and Leto showed how an OTP-led occupation-based program was created and implemented to empower clients with economic barriers to obtain food and nutrients that would promote health and wellness. Furthermore, nutrition is being implemented into interventions of clients with severe mental illness as well. Mahoney et al. Demonstrated through a qualitative study that OTPs are providing interventions for those with SMI that includes addressing occupational performance challenges that arise when managing diet, implementing a healthy lifestyle routine, and promoting skill development within the IADL subcategories outlined earlier. In addition, Williams et al. Demonstrated through a qualitative study that OTPs are also providing interventions to instruct on calorie reduction, reading food labels, selecting healthy foods, and preparing healthy foods. These elements all align with the occupational therapy scope of practice as previously outlined, further highlighting the profession's role in addressing nutrition-related aspects of client care. It has now been established that OTPs are indeed incorporating nutrition into their interventions, as guided by the OTPF4. However, are they prepared to do so? Have they established competency in nutrition? The Williams et al. Study additionally examined the self-reported level of preparedness among OTPs to deliver nutritional interventions, providing valuable insight into their perceived competency in this area. Of the 126 practitioners surveyed, 60% stated they believed their nutrition preparation from their qualifying degree was limited. In other words, they felt their professional occupational therapy education, where they received their OT degree, was limited for nutrition. Furthermore, 25% of participants said nutrition was simply non-existent within their OT degree education. In other words, 1 in 4 participants reported to receive no nutrition education within their OT program. In the same study, 82% of the surveyed practitioners stated that the continuing education for nutrition provided by their employers was limited or inadequate. So if their OT degree education was limited and their continuing education was limited, what resources were they using to establish nutritional knowledge and competency? In the absence of these traditional methods, 76% of surveyed OTPs in this study reported using self-education to meet most or all of their information needs in the area of nutrition. When self-education was broken into categories, 92% reported using the internet, 77% reported using dietitians, 74% reported using books, and 61% reported using journals. We have established that OTPs are providing nutritional intervention, and that some practitioners are reporting their education on nutrition within their OT degree to be limited. Therefore, the question needs to be asked, are OT programs establishing clinical competency in nutrition prior to student graduation? This question has yet to be answered. Therefore, that is our current problem. OTPs are engaging in nutritional intervention, yet they report professional education in nutrition to be inadequate. We see quotes in the literature like, "We often run these programs, but we haven't had any training in doing them," or "You just pick things up as you go." Therefore, what action needs to take place? The integration of nutritional expertise into healthcare disciplines, including occupational therapy, is needed. To provide comprehensive care, healthcare professionals require foundational training in nutrition to accurately assess, advise, and treat clients. However, before fully incorporating nutrition into occupational therapy practice, the profession must first assess the extent to which nutrition is integrated into occupational therapy educational curriculum, and whether this education adequately equips practitioners with the professional competency to safely and effectively provide nutritional interventions that support optimal health outcomes for their clients. Thank you for listening to this video. You will now return to the survey.